Okay. So online students, you guys can see me. Some of you can respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, yes.
Okay. Fine. So I think you are all told about this CRT program, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what your CRT program. And before we actually get into CRT program, I would like to ask you few questions to all of you. So what it really takes to get a job? All of you are job aspirants. Yes or no? Everybody sitting here wants to get okay, good job. An adjective used here, good job, not just like any job. All of you are aspiring to get into good companies, good jobs. So what it takes to get a good job? Manalo emem undali or what all we need? Okay, anybody has difficulty in following few Telugu words? I might get into few Telugu words in between. Anybody has any problem? Any North Indian
Yes.
students who doesn't? Yeah, good,
Yes.
good.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so
Yes,
interesting.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Excellent, got it. Okay, so in the class here also there are some students who can't follow Telugu. So even if I use few words in Telugu, I'll quickly translate that into English. So that way you will not miss anything. Just to give that impact, I might switch to Telugu for few words, okay, just to convey the message loud and clear. So I might again translate that into English. So
Sir,
everybody
can you please
understands?
speak loudly? We are not able to hear you.
You are not able to hear, but here, if I speak loudly now, here it is, okay, it is coming. Okay, so, okay, I think that will be noted by the people in the background. I think they will do that sound adjustment. Somebody might be, okay, increasing the volume. Don't worry, right? Fine. So few words, okay, so I might get into Telugu again, quickly translate that into English just to give that impact. Okay, majority of them are from Telugu speaking states. So not to miss, okay, Hindi speaking. How many of you can't understand Hindi? Hindi ardham kaani vallu evaro chetuలు ఎత్తండి. Okay, there are a couple of students again who can't follow Hindi. Okay, Mera Bharat Mahan hai. So we have so many languages. Okay, so if I stick to one, others have a problem. If I stick to the Telugu, Hindi, others. Okay, so let's continue in English. But okay, just to create that impact, I might use some Hindi words just for the benefit of Hindi speaking people, and for Telugu speaking people, few Telugu words. Right, but majority of the, okay, so session will be in English only. So let's, okay, so because that is the language which connects the people. Okay, so majority of it will be in English only. Okay, so one or two, okay. వస్తుందమ్మా ఇట్స్ క్లియర్ అది ఆన్లైన్ వాళ్ళకి ఆడియో వినపడట్లేదంట.
It's clear. We don't have any problem.
Okay, fine. Because somebody was saying I have to speak louder. Okay, so online students, you can hear my audio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's
Yes,
great.
sir.
Okay, so let's.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Um, right. Fine. So this part I will just minimize it whenever it is required. So online students, please, okay, so mute yourself only when you wanted to speak. You can unmute and speak, but quickly mute it. Right? Okay. So we are
Sir, your
discussing.
voice is too low, sir. You are audible, but it is too low.
It is too low.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
No, sir. The voice is
No, sir,
coming.
it's fine.
No, sir. It's
I
fine,
guess
sir. It's
you
fine.
have issues.
Maybe some of them are getting too low voice, sir.
You might have to increase your audio. Okay.
No, we
there.
have increased, but
Yours-
still we are getting a very low voice, sir.
So maybe I think some of you are okay getting it clear. Some of you have a problem. Okay, so please connect a earphone and check it. Or a
Okay.
headphone and check it. If you have a headphone or a earphone, just plug in, okay, and just check whether it is audible or not. Okay, but let's continue because, okay, majority of you are here to listen to the class. These technical difficulties will be there. You have to overcome that. Okay, find trying various solutions. so that at least one of them will click. So try a headphone, try a earphone. Okay. So what it takes to get a job from your side, quickly tell me a couple of points that will help you to get job from your side. Just keep telling the points, huh? Skill. Somebody is very nice talking about, okay, talking about skills and, okay. I will add one more, say something like knowledge. So first of all, please tell me, is there a difference between skills and knowledge? Online students, okay, because it's an online class, you have to mute yourself. Only when you are required to speak, unmute and quickly again mute it. Okay. So any difference, students sitting here, you want to take this question, what is the difference between knowledge and skills? Are they both same? Is there a difference?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let's agree that there is a difference because two words, obviously they have to be different. So what is the difference then? What is knowledge? What is skill? Anybody wants to take this, please? Okay, you can answer it. What is knowledge? What is skill? Okay, so let me demonstrate it this by giving an example or just taking an example, something like this. So I will just increase it little bit further and say this is 4. Okay, so just give me a second. Oh no. Because this has, okay, little lengthier. Okay, fine. Say this is 4 and this is 3. And I am asking you something like this. I am asking you something like this. Say, what is this one?
5.
What this
5.
one? Yeah,
5.
very nice. Some guys have quickly responded saying it is 5. So nice to note that at least few of you have that, okay, almost impromptu. Before okay, I finished asking, you are coming up with a solution. So for all others, you might be thinking how it is 5. So it is a right angle triangle with 90 degrees here. This is a right angle triangle with 90 degrees here. So what is this?
By using Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah, by using Pythagoras theorem. So can anybody help me? What is that I have to do now?
Square root of 3 square plus 4 square.
Okay. So yes, you are giving me solution something like, because it is okay 90 degrees here, it is say 90 degrees here. Right. So you are using Pythagoras theorem, that is 3 square plus 4 square under root. So all those who had told the answer, that is okay, 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, under root okay of 25, and say finally you are saying it is 5. Good. Okay, so what did you do as soon as I have drawn a right angle triangle and gave you two sides? You are started calculating. Okay, so this is so application of Pythagoras theorem is a skill here. Okay, and knowing Pythagoras theorem is knowledge. Knowing Pythagoras theorem is knowledge. And application, okay, you are about to apply or you have applied to get a solution, that is skill. Are you able to get the difference? So Pythagoras theorem, I think everybody knows what is Pythagoras theorem. Okay, you have already learned it in your school days. But on a day-to-day basis, when you are able to apply it to solve a problem, today you are facing a small problem, you wanted to find hypotenuse. So how do I get hypotenuse? Application of Pythagoras theorem. That trigger in the mind is skill. So that means something is telling you, apply Pythagoras theorem to solve this problem. Apply Pythagoras theorem to solve this problem, that is skill. Knowing Pythagoras theorem is knowledge. So are you able to understand the difference now? What is the difference between skill and knowledge? What is the difference between skill and knowledge? right? Fine. So you guys have to tell me, you have more experience than me, okay? So companies look at skills. Nowadays, companies are looking at skills. Your marks are based on knowledge. So your degree, intermediate, 10th class, okay, you study, reproduce in the exam, or mug up, buttify, Narana Chaitanya. Okay, question, 10 saldu, one question, read 10 times, 12 times, 15 times, 20 times. Finally, as it is, you will write. And it is no surprise. It is no surprise somebody if out of 600, I think yesterday's course you have seen 10th class marks in, I think AP.
Yes.
599.
99.
Mark class, hello. You are trained to mug up everything. What the teachers are telling you are training you. You are trained to buttify things. Okay, just like taking a screenshot. ఎక్కడ కనపడితే అక్కడ screenshot పెట్టుకోండి మళ్ళీ అదే రాసేయండి. Just keep writing whatever you are taking as screenshot, okay, and reproduce in the exam and score marks like this. Okay, so with due respects to the student who scored, but this is also a talent, na? Not everybody can do that. ఇది కూడా ఒక talent. So this is also a talent. Not everybody can do that. Right? So they have different talent sets, at least that ability to remember things that way. Ability to remember things and reproduce when it is required. గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని ఎగ్జామ్లో రాయడం గొప్ప కదా. Okay, so we'll not get into this whether it is right, wrong. We are nobody to discuss that part now. So, but basically companies look for skills and so marks are related to, nobody is looking at your marks now. They are looking at your skill sets. Okay, so now let's proceed further. Any other point you have apart from skills, knowledge? Self-confidence. Good. So how to gain confidence? This leads us to another question, asal confidence. What is confidence? How do you get confidence? And how do you get self-confidence? By facing interviews, okay, you gain confidence, right? Inka, what else? Okay, next point we'll discuss. Somebody is already giving me a point to discuss, that is communication, but let's discuss confidence. How do you get confidence? Say, before we miss this point, I just want to write it. How do you get confidence? Just imagine yourself, okay, when was it you were confident? When was it you were confident? So confidence is nothing but, confidence is nothing but a repeated practice.
Challenging ourselves.
Repeatedly. Repeated practice is confidence. Repeated practice gives me confidence. I do the same thing again. Now I am confident. So I read the important questions at least 3 times, 5 times before the exam. So as I get into the exam hall, I am little more confident, because I have read it. So just imagine that you have missed some of the questions, missed some of the chapters, and you have not studied properly. So will you enter confidently into the examination hall? No, you will not, because there is something which is telling in, your mind is saying you didn't had enough practice. So that is the reason why you are not able to enter confidently into the exam. You are little stressed out to see the question paper first. But somebody who was actually prepared, so they are just waiting for the paper to come. No stress, no tension. Let the paper come. Let's see the questions, because at least I have prepared 70-80% of the paper. Right? So repeated practice gives you confidence. Repeated practice gives confidence. And next point, very important from your job perspective, communication. So expectation is everybody is expected to speak in English. Definitely it is not mother tongue for Indians. Anybody has mother tongue as English born in India? No, definitely not. But somehow, so to manage your interviews, you need to speak in English. Yes or no? Everybody agrees? But how to get that, okay, communication in English? Again, how to get that communication? What is that you have to do? Okay, is there any other way? So only thing is you need to practice. There is no point in reading 10 books on how to improve your okay English communication. Okay, this is something like practice. So there is okay, so S is used, C is used. Okay, so again, okay, if I touch, there is a problem. Huh? Oh, it is too close. Huh? I'm getting too close to the screen. Okay. Screen sharing is paused. Resume sharing. Yeah, please highlight anything missing. Okay. So if I take this place, okay, fine. Right. So 4 points you are able to discuss at least today. We have more points to discuss, but let's okay continue this. What it takes to get a job is skills, knowledge, say confidence, and communication. And communication is very, very important. So we are not born to English parents to speak English effectively. We are born to okay Telugu, Hindi, whatever okay languages are spoken in India, and English is a foreign language to us. Let's admit that fact. English is not our mother tongue. But if you are aspiring to become part of okay big companies, good companies, and companies which have more than okay presence in more than one country, more than one city, one state, okay, the language which connects is English. So a company which has 4 branches in India also have some 5 branches across the globe. So obviously they want their employees to communicate in English only, because that is the language which connects people. So that is the reason why companies also insist that you should speak in English. So suddenly there is, okay, so requirement of somebody insisting you to communicate in English. If you have to clear your interview rounds, you have to communicate in English. And I have seen, okay, my experience is that many students have good knowledge and good skill sets, but during the time of the interview, there is a little struggle which is happening now. They don't know, they know the answer. It is not that they don't know the answer, they know the answer, but okay, sometimes they miss those words, miss those phrases, miss how to connect these words and express themselves. Okay, so it is not only for Telugu, Hindi, okay, any language you pick up, they have the same problem communicating English. So please understand that this is one important area you need to work apart from your technical knowledge. So all of you are working on your technical subjects, it has to be there. 80%, 90% of the time you should devote to your technical subjects. But if you have that some 10%, 20%, take out from that and then start investing how to improve your communication. And apart from that, little bit on the CRT front, that is okay, your aptitude, your quantitative aptitude. So some questions on aptitude, basically they want to check whether do you have logical thinking or not. So generally IT related questions are based on little bit on logics. Do you have that logical thinking and quantitative aptitude and the reasoning? Little bit on the reasoning front also you should, okay, little bit on the reasoning front. Okay, so we will cover quantitative aptitude part and the reasoning part. Okay, so definitely yes, communication also, if you all cooperate, I would like to involve you in communication also. So that should not scare you. రేపటి నుంచి క్లాస్కి రావడం మానేస్తారా కమ్యూనికేషన్ అనగానే? So please, oh, no, 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 no. Good that at least you have some positive thoughts in your mind. At least this is the time you should work on your communication. Let the mind tell you that, okay, it is important and you have to work on it. And maybe 5 days, 15 days, 20 days consciously, okay, if you practice, you can easily pick up. So it is not that very difficult. So all of you know English words, all of you know how to write. Okay, so okay. So if you look at the components of any language, okay, so say L, S, R, and say W. So components of any language, what are they? Anybody has any idea what is L, S, R, W? Perfect. Listening, speaking, reading, writing. Okay, so I just want to remove everything. Okay, so if you have registered in your mind, okay, so that should be fine. So we are just focusing on something LSRW. Right. So let's talk about English now. Okay, so we are not talking about any other language. I'm just talking about English language. So because there are 4 components, I would like to avoid 25 marks for each of them and then score it for 100 marks. So is that okay? I'm trying to score 25 marks for each one of them and then finally score it for 100. So let's see. So listening, last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm trying to communicate to you in English language. Were you able to follow my language? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to speak? Yes or no? No? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very
Yes, sir.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there is response from online
Yes,
students.
sir.
Okay. Right. Okay. So how many marks should I give you for 25 in listening?
25, sir.
Oh, 25. Huh?
More than
So
20.
you want me to give 25 out of 25? Superb, 100 out of 100 in listening. Okay, so let's look at the speaking. Okay, we'll come to that. And how about reading in English? So will you be able to understand, okay, on your own, can you read few sentences, few paragraphs or few chapters in English language? Everybody in the class?
Yes,
There is
sir.
absolutely
Yes,
no
sir.
mistake in reading
Yes,
English.
sir.
So how many marks should I give you?
25.
25.
No compromise. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. So let's come to reading. Okay. So this is where I have to give you marks, right? How about writing English? Sir, what nonsense. All exams were written in only in English. All degree, intermediate, 10th class, everything we have written in English. So that means by default, how much I should give you? అసలు ఎక్కడ తగ్గట్లేదు కదా?
25.
Okay. So now tell me how much I should give you in speaking out of 25.
20. 20.
15.
20, sir.
In between 15 and 20.
20, sir.
10, 15, 20, in between 15 and 20.
18, sir.
25.
So
15, sir.
after listening to everybody, what is the class average?
10.
Class average? I'm not talking about one individual. Average of all the students put together, 10 or 15, how much I should give you?
0.
18.
Then someone said 0.
20, sir.
Uh, okay, I will give 15. Okay, benefit of doubt, I'm giving it to you. I'm assuming that you are putting some efforts to improve your communication language. So I don't want to demoralize you. Okay, so let's give 15 and quickly tell me what is the score. How much you are scoring out of 100? Out of 100, how much you are scoring?
95.
90.
85.
85.
90, sir.
90.
85.
90.
It's only 10
85, sir.
shot now. Out of 100, how many shot will be there?
90.
90.
90.
So is it really surprising that you are already scoring 90 out of 100 in English language? Yes or no? No? Already there. You are there with listening, you are there with reading, you are there with writing. Only one element which is missing is little bit on the speaking front. So if you have to get 100 out of 100, how much more you need? You only need 10%. Somebody is giving in percentage also. Wow. So you are already there 90 out of 100 and you are just missing by 10 marks. Yes or no? No? So it sounds logical only, na? I'm not okay. It sounds logical only. You are there in listening, you are
Yes,
there
sir.
in writing, you are there in reading. Only one element or one component which is missing is little bit on the speaking front. It is not that you are at 0 or 5. So class average could be anywhere between 10 and 15 by D. Okay, so without getting into a debate. So definitely class average will be somewhere between 10 and 15. It is not that you are all very weak in English. You already know how to manage yourself in English language. Okay, all the while you are doing also. Right? So please understand, okay, so why I have to take 5 minutes to tell or 10 minutes to tell? It is you are only missing by very little. It is not that you are missing by a very big margin. It is not that you are missing by a very big margin. You are only missing by a little. 90 out of 100, you are already there. So it's only that, okay, 10% or 10 marks in speaking will help you to improve your score or get almost 100 out of 100. So to score this 10, okay, so put some conscious efforts. So that means you have to put that, okay, little efforts which are now required, okay, to get the 10%. And consciously you have to do it. Very consciously you have to do it. Reading books is not going to improve your communication in English. So what is that which is helping you to, or which will help you to improve your English? Start speaking in English language. This is the only thing which you have to do to improve your communication in English. Start speaking English language. All you need is one friend who is also willing to communicate in English language. All you need is one friend. Okay. So just have one friend, both of you are working towards to get a job. So that means it is mutually beneficial now. You improve, your friend will also improve. And both of you are trying to communicate in English. Okay. So only one friend who is also trying to improve his or her English communication. So you don't need half a dozen friends or a dozen friends. Not required. One student, generally you come, okay, 2 of you, 3 of you, or 4 of you, you move in groups. So at least one of you should prompt the others. Okay, let's try to communicate next 10 minutes only English. You go to tea stall, have, okay, so you are having tea. So next 10 minutes only English language. Whatever, everybody should, okay, stick to this. So 10 minutes, let's try to communicate in English. It is not that you have to communicate in English whole day. So pick up some time. Okay, so somebody should prompt the group. Okay, next 10 minutes, only English language. So let's see how we get those sentences correct or phrases correct. So somebody should, okay, prompt the group to communicate only in English. Okay, and have a timer like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And after that you can come, okay, become normal. Okay, so put some conscious efforts to improve your English language. So the point here is, in order to get your job, communication is one important area which you should not neglect. Communication is one important area which you should not neglect. Most of the students know the answer, but they are struggling to tell or give that clarity to the examiner or the interviewer. Okay, so in Telugu, they can say, tell it in 30 seconds. Okay, because they know the answer, they can tell it in 30 seconds, 1 minute, but they're now trying to explain the same thing. They are taking 5 minutes, but still mind is not clear. Sentences, words, phrases, and correct ga vachaya. Okay, so what it can be told in 1 minute in vernacular language, in English, you are trying to tell for 5 minutes, but still interviewer is still not convinced with your answer. Because you are using so many sentences, it is sometimes misleading or confusing to the interviewer. But you have absolute clarity about the answer. But words are not coming in English language. Okay, that should not happen to anybody. Okay, subject raledu, that's a different story. You know the subject, but you are unable to express yourself before the interviewer. That's a little pitiable situation, and nobody wants to get into that. Right? So at least 4 as points we have discussed. One is skills. Second is the knowledge part. Okay, so you should simultaneously blend, okay, get skill sets, okay, where all I can apply my knowledge. On a day-to-day basis, you are learning so many things. Also, okay, think how it can be applied or where it can be applied. That is, okay, converting knowledge into skills. And get that confidence. Repeated practice gives you confidence. And the fourth is work on your communication. Work on your communication. So we will have more points to discuss that we will, okay, so take up some other time. So let's get into our, okay, main topic for the day is your numbers. Main topic for the day is numbers. Okay, so again, little bit introduction on the numbers. I will write something like say 1, 2, 3. What are they called? They are called? They are called natural numbers. Okay, so they are called natural numbers. And if I add a 0, then what happens? It is now they are called whole numbers.
Whole numbers.
They are called whole numbers. What if I put -1, -2, -3? What if I put -1, -2, -3? Now they are as integers.
Real digits.
They are
Integer
called
number.
integer number. Perfect. Okay, so some of you have a fair idea about this. Say what is a rational number? What is an irrational number? Say for example, 3/4 is a rational number because it gets terminated after 2 decimal places. But whereas a √3 or a pi is an irrational number, sometimes it becomes repetitive. Sometimes, okay, decimals become repetitive. So hence they are called irrational numbers. Just, okay, so refreshing your knowledge, what is a rational number, what is a irrational number. So then we have to discuss tests of divisibility also. So some of you might know what are tests of divisibility. Nobody's direct question you may not get, but sometimes in calculations you might have to, okay, so check yourself. When do I say my number is divisible by 2? What do I check? My units place should be
0 or 2, even numbers.
even numbers. Okay, perfect. Okay, including 0, it should be an even number. When do I say a number is divisible by 3?
Some of the numbers should be divisible by 3.
Odd number.
Okay, sum of the digits. Okay, so you have to check sum of the digits. So whatever be the number, say for example 3, 6, 9, is it divisible by 3? Yes, because when I make a sum, 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 is divisible by 3. Say what if I say 3, 6, 7? Is it divisible by 3 now?
No,
Not.
sir.
Not. Why? Because 16 is not divisible by 16 is not divisible by 3. So you quickly check sum of the digits. You quickly check sum of the digits. Okay. So what is divisible by 4? What is divisible by 4? When do I say a number is divisible by 4? You take only consider units and tens, that is the last 2 digits. Absolutely right. Say for example, number is 779 and observe the last 2 digit. Is it divisible by 4? What is that you are focusing to check whether it is divisible by 4 or not? You are only checking the last 2 digits. If the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, entire number is divisible by 4. Yeah, please. Entire number is divisible by 4. If the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, entire number is because 32 is divisible by 4. Able to get it? So you check only the last 2 digits. You check the last two. When do you say a number is divisible by 5? Perfect.
0
Units,
or
please.
5.
Yeah, even.
0, 5.
Okay. I could hear online students also telling 0 or 5. So unit place is either 0 or 5. So when do I say a number is divisible by 6?
Should be both divisible by 2 and 3.
Oh, it doesn't go like that, huh? Divisible by 6, it should be divisible by 3, it should be divisible by 2, both. Okay, so it is something like 3 and 2. So 3 is sum of the digits. And what is 2? Units place should be an even number, 0 or a even number, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If it is there, it is divisible by 2. Sum of the digits is divisible by 3 when both the conditions are satisfied. When both the conditions are satisfied, I say the number is divisible by 6. Okay, now. Okay. So if anybody wants to write it, please write it. Tests of divisibility is what we are discussing. Divisible by 2, you check only even number, okay, in the units place, including 0. Sum of the digits for 3. 4 is you check last 2 digits, that is units place, tens place. and 5 is units place 0 or 5, and 6 is both 3 and 2. 6 is both 3 and 2. So if you are done, then I will remove and then I will tell about 7. So quickly write it, If you know something, you need not write. Only something which you don't know, please write. If you already know about it, no point in writing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can just filter. 5 you already know, 2 you already know, something which is not known, then write that only. So why write everything? So shall I clear the screen now? Okay. So I will take an example and discuss divisibility by 7. This is very, very important. Sometimes, okay. So if you are listening it for the first time, it might take a little while. So I'm taking an example and discussing, say, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is the example, and I want to check whether it is divisible by 7 or not. Okay, so some steps are there which you can write in your notebook now. So first step, how to check divisibility by 7 is, so the first step is separate unit place. So separate, I'm just spelling it out also, separate unit place. Separate unit place. So that means I'm just drawing a line. Separate unit place. The second step is whatever unit place is there, double it. So everybody please write it. If you are not sure about 7, please write it. Say double it. What is it here? Unit place. So double it means I'm just doubling the unit place. If it is 1 here, double means 2. If I have a 5, it is 10. If I have a 8, it is 16. So whatever be the unit place, double it. And third step is subtract. Third step is subtract. Only 3 steps. Third step is subtract. Third step is subtract. So 1010 minus 2, that means 1008. Okay, so what is that you have to do now? So repeat the process. Okay, repeat 1, 2, 3. So fourth one is repeat points 1, 2, 3. So repeat 1, 2, 3. So what is that I have to do again now? Separate unit place and double whatever is there in the unit place. That means it is 16 now. Subtract. This is the third step. So how much I am getting? 84. So here I can decide whether it is divisible by 7 or not. If you are still not confident, one more time you can do separate unit place, double it, subtract. So what is that you should get in the last? Either a 0 or a 7 or a 14 or a 21. Basically, it should be a multiple of 7. Whatever you are getting in the last, be a single digit or a double digit. So you have to check that single digit or double digit, whether it is divisible by 7 or not. When it is divisible by 7, the last digit, whatever you are getting, 0, 7, 14, 21, whatever, you can say it is divisible by 7. If the number is not divisible by 7, then you will say it is not divisible by 7. So at 84 also you can decide 7, 1, 7, 2 is 14. So it is divisible by 7. So what is that you have to check? 3 points are there. Separate units place, double it, subtract it, and repeat steps 1, 2, 3, and finally. So if you look at it, 5-digit number, then it became 4 digits. From 4 digits, okay, it has become 2 digits, and finally single digits. Either at single digit you can decide, or you can decide when it is 2 digits. So no need to get into negative values. So minus not required. Okay, no negative values. So don't do it so much so that you are getting into negative values. So just decide whenever it is last positive value. So no negative values. Don't get into negative values. So whichever is the last positive value, see whether it is divisible by 7 or not. It should be a 0 or a number which is divisible by 7. Okay. So we'll do some practice. I will give you some practice, but okay, make a note of the points. Please make a note of the points. Right? So now if it is done, then we'll go divisible by 8. What is divisible by 8? You check your units place, tens place, and hundreds place. For 2, it is only units place. For 4, it is units and tens. For 8, it is units, tens, hundreds. That means there is some sync. 2, 4, 8. 2 is only units place. 4 is units, tens. 8 is units, tens, hundreds. Right? And what is divisible by 9? What is divisible by 9? Again, sum of the digits. It is same as 3, sum of digits. But here it should be divisible by 9. There it should be divisible by 3. So that difference you need to observe. So sum of the digits for 3, sum of the digits for 9 also. But there it is divisible by 3. Here it should be divisible by 9. So 10 we will not discuss. So how about 11? Anybody has any clue about 11? Odd places, even places, not numbers. Odd places, even or alternate numbers. You pick up the alternate numbers and make a sum. Okay. Odd places you make a sum, even places you make a sum and take the difference. If that difference is 0, if that difference is 0 or 11 or 22, then it is divisible by 11. So basically you might think about alternate numbers or sum of odd places or even places. So sum of odd places, even places. Sum of odd and sum of even. Okay, so after making sum, you take the difference. You take that difference, and that difference should be either a 0 or 11 or a 22 or a 33, like that. So basically it should be divisible by 11. So one final thing. Okay, so let's do up to 12. So 12 is again a combination of 3 and 4. 12 is again a combination of 3 and 4. 3 is sum of the digits, 4 last 2 places. Okay, we'll stop here. For you, this much is enough. Okay, so up to 12, you have clarity now? Up to 12. Okay, so the difficult one could be 7. So you need to practice, and 11 also you should practice. So before we solve some problems, one last point which we need to talk about numbers is, okay, shall I remove this or still anybody writing? Finished? Okay, so I'm just trying to remove. So one thing which you have more, okay, simplification purpose, more operators are there. Say you should know application of BODMAS. Okay, sometimes it is also called as VBODMAS. Okay, so when we talk about brackets, okay, this is your vinculum bracket. Okay, and you have a small bracket and you have a curly bracket, you have a square bracket. So when it comes to brackets, you have to, okay, work in the same way. So start with your vinculum if it has, then small bracket, then you have a flower bracket or a curly bracket, and then you have a square bracket. So you should be working in the same sequence when you are operating. So that is the reason why V is vinculum, so V BODMAS. And brackets we already discussed. O is for, what is O? O is for off, and which symbol you will use? Okay, so we use multiplication, and this has a preference when compared to the M. So M is also multiplication, but off has a preference. You have to do it first. Okay, so this is your division, this is your addition, this is your subtraction. This is how you operate. When more operators, you have to simplify the expression or an equation. Okay, what is the difference between equation and expression?
Equation is having equals. LHS and RHS.
Perfect. You are absolutely right. Whenever I use this symbol and try to balance my left hand side with my right hand side, this becomes an equation. This becomes an equation. So what is an expression? Okay, so something like 5x plus, okay, say 3. So this is an expression. I'm not trying to equate it with any other number here. Okay, so there is no equality symbol after this. So this becomes an expression. The earlier is an equation. So whenever you have more operators while performing these, okay, so you might have to use BODMAS. Okay, so far so good. It's all about theory part. So now let's get practical. Let us get practical. Okay, so I can't see it. Can I use my hand like that? Oh no. So how to go to the next screen? कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, किसी के पास इसका सॉल्यूशन है तो बताइए.
In the corner in the right side, you can click
There
the.
is, you have to check. Oh no, is there something like how to get to the next screen? Life always throws challenges. My life is stuck here. Somebody please help me move forward in my life. Stop the screen sharing, huh? Guys, online guys, you have a solution for this? How to go to the next slide? Oh, there is. Okay. See here, see here. Ah, what a discovery. So what is that I have to do with this now? Let me see whether I find something this side. So minimize. It's a zoom, and but still it should help me save. Right click.
Yes, sir. Downside, left down.
Ah,
Yeah.
super. Yeah. One round of applause to somebody who gave the solution. Okay, very nice. You have made my life little easier now. Now I know where to look for. So let's, okay, so introduction part, we have done, divisibility we have done, okay, BODMAS we have done. So please try this question. So check the divisibility for the following. So I'll try to get it here. So quickly do it. Is
Yes,
this
sir. It is
number,
divisible by
is
11.
it divisible by 7? So how do I do it? Say 4, 8, 3, 2, 7, 1, 8. Did I write it correct? 4, 8, 3, 2, 7, 1, 8. What is that I have to do? Say double it. Say first is, okay, separate, then double. And then I have to take it out. Okay, how much is this? 55. And this is 4832. So what is that next step I have to do? Again, separate it, double it. And what is this one? Now 483. So this will be how much? It is only 15 now. So next step is again, so that this is something like 48, okay, 21. So it is something like now 4821. Again, separate it and do it. Say now it is 480. Okay, so again 0. So it is, so again 48. So is it divisible? It is not divisible, no?
No.
It is not divisible because I'm getting 48. If it is 49, it is divisible. So it should be, last two digits should be divisible by, okay,
11.
so here, this is, say, for 7, it is no. Okay, how about 11? So
Yes, sir,
11,
it is
I'll
divisible.
quickly do like this, alternate numbers, I'll be doing like this, right? So what this is, 4 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8. So how much I'm getting here? So 22.
22.
Very nice. And how about this one? Let me change the color so that you can have a better view. So 8, 2, and then 1. So 11. And take the difference. What is the difference? Just simple difference. Is it divisible by 11? Absolutely. So that means, okay, so 11, I can say yes. But when it comes to 7, what is that I have to say? It is no. Right? So paper will be given. Did you get the paper? Okay, so don't worry, you will be given the paper. So let's go to the next. So for 7, it is no. For 11, it is yes. Okay, so let me remove everything now. So let's try the next question. So quickly do this. 583360. 583360. Fast, 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 fast. Okay, you have to gain speed. 583360. Is it divisible by 7? Is it divisible by 11? Online students also please try and tell me. Just say for 7 yes, no, or for 11 yes, no.
For both, these are not divisible by 7 and 11.
Very nice. You are quick to tell that it is not divisible by
Yes, sir,
7.
it is not divisible by.
Not divisible. Say 583360. What is that I have to do? Quickly separate the number, write 0 here, take the difference. So same number will be there. Again, what is that? Double the number, that is 12 here. Again, subtract. So 3 minus 2, this is 2, this is 58. Again, double it, it is 2 minus, so it is 580. Say I bring 580 here, again double it, it is 58. 58 is definitely not divisible by 7. 58 is not divisible by 7. So that is the reason why I'm saying no. Okay, it is not divisible. So how about 11 here? So 5 and a 3 and a 6. So 5 plus 3 plus 6. So this is equal to how much? 14. And I have a 8 and a 3 and a 0. That means it is 11. So what is the difference? Okay, so the difference is 3. That means this is also not divisible by 11. This is also not divisible by 11. If I have to divide it by 11, the difference should be either a 0 or a multiple of 11. So get the concept. Calculation, you can also get it, okay? So get the concept here, 0 or a multiple of 11, 0 or a multiple of 7. Okay, so I'm just trying to remove this now. And let's take another question. One last question on this. For 7, no. For 11 also, no. Okay, so try this one, last one. Some more questions, okay? So based on BODMAS. So quickly try this and tell me.
Seven, I think so.
For 7, you are saying yes. Is it divisible by yes? By 7?
No, sir. No.
Okay, you are saying no. Others?
It is divisible by 11.
Yes, sir. 7, sir.
Try. Everybody please try. Simple questions you should try. So that will improve your concentration, your focus, your ability to think. You are revising your math calculation. 11 yes. How about 7?
It is divisible, sir. Last it's 0 remaining, sir.
It is divisible by 7.
Both 7 and 11, sir.
Both 7 and 11.
It is divisible.
So 479 and you have a 00160. So did I get the number correct? 479 00160. So that means separate and I have the same number coming up 479 0016. What is my next reaction? This is going to be 12. Okay, so last two digits, if it is 188, so last two digits are going to be 89. So because one is borrowed there, this is going to be 9, this is going to be 8 and 47. Okay, so is my, okay, just check if there is an error. So this is my 18 now. So what is this now? This is 8 and 0 now. This is 478. So again 0. So that means I have to write only 4788 now. So again it is going to be 16. So what is this one now? So this is 2 here. This is say 646. Okay, so again 884 minus. So what is that I am getting? 42. Is 42 divisible by 7? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
It
sir.
is divisible by 7. This number is divisible by 7 because in the last you are getting 42, which is a multiple of 7. Which is a multiple of 7. So how about 11? Say I have a 4, 9, a 0, a 6. So basically 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 plus 6 is 19. And how about other numbers? 7, 0, then I have a 1 and this one. So how much is this? 8. What is the difference? 11. So that means this is also yes. So in this case, you are getting a multiple of 11, you are getting a multiple of 7. So that means both are divisible by 7 and 11. So some calculation error might happen because you are not in touch with the subject or the So if you have little practice, you'll get that touch. Okay, so some of you would have last done mathematics maybe 5 years before, something like that. Yes or no? No? 4 years before, 5 years before, 6 years before, you lost touch with the subject. So we need to renew that again. Okay, so little practice will help you to pick up form. Okay, little practice will help you to pick up form. Okay, so I'm just removing this now. So let's take one question maybe based on BODMAS. Okay, so simplify and tell me the answer. Please simplify and tell me the answer. So within the brackets first, and there is a by symbol. Okay, so by symbol is here, brackets and brackets. So you might get a fraction. Okay, whatever fraction you are getting, give the answer in terms of fraction only. Is it you are doing plus you are doing into first? First is multiplication plus
Into,
into.
sir,
Okay.
multiplication.
Yeah, you should do this first. 6 8s are 48 and 4. That means it is 108. So this is something like 46 plus 108 plus 4. So what is your numerator now? Your numerator is 158 divided by what? How much is denominator?
240.
So this is say 144 plus say 96. So that gives you 140. If it is 100, it is 244. That means less 4. So finally you can say something like this, 79 by 120. If I have to still, okay, so finally you can say either 158 by 240 is also okay. Otherwise 79 by 120. Finally, what is the fraction you are going to get? It is 158 by 240 or 79 by 120. Okay, so we need to get, okay, little speed also. So that is the reason why I'm just pushing you for speed. Okay, so look at this number. Look at this question. On dividing a number by 999, okay, one number is divided by 99. The quotient there is 103. What is the number?
Three, sir.
Okay, so let me explain. No, 3 is not correct. Say, for example, I'm just taking an example here. I'm taking an example here. Say 7 is my number and I'm trying to divide by 2. Okay, so what will happen? 2 3s are 6. And what is the remainder? Remainder is 1. So what is that I am trying to do? I am trying to remove this, okay, 7 from here and putting a question mark there. I'm putting a question mark there. You have to tell me what is this number.
Sir,
How do you
formula will be there, sir.
Sorry?
Formula.
Formula will be there, but what is that formula? Or so basically, please understand this is your divisor. Okay.
Dividend.
Dividend. Very nice. Some of you remember this. And I think no doubt here, this is quotient and
Quotient.
this is your remainder.
Reminder.
Okay, so divisor into quotient, you have to multiply this one and add a remainder to it.
Plus reminder.
So in this case, 2 into 3, that is 6, plus 1, that is equal to 7. So in this question, how do you write? I am dividing a number by 999,999. The quotient is 366. And what is the remainder? 103. And I'm asking you what is dividend. So quickly do it now.
3,65,737.
Super, very nice. That is right answer. Good that at least you attempted and got it right. So most of the students, what is that? Your hand is moving towards rough column and you started doing 366 into 9999999 like this. Okay, so you can also think that if it is 366 into 999 times, it's easy to multiply by 1000. It is easy to multiply by 1000. But what happened? One time 366 is extra there. So that means I have to subtract 366 from this. This is another way of doing it. And for which I need to add how much? I need to add how much? 104, 103 should be added to this because remainder is to be added now. So this is multiplication and add the remainder. So finally, if I have to, okay, do it, this is going to be minus. So I'm just wanted to round it off and write 263. Okay, so get it into two digits. Okay, so 100 minus 63 will be 37. Okay, 1 is already borrowed. 9 minus 2 is 7. 1 is borrowed. That is the reason why you got 9 here. So 1 less 365,737. So there is a problem in writing 5 for me. Nikal jao. And okay. So what is your answer? 365,737. So all of you are familiar handling one digit at a time. So all of you are familiar handling one digit at a time. So with your experience and getting into higher classes, so try to handle 2 digits at a time. Try to handle 2 digits at a time. So instead of subtracting one digit like this, can I subtract 2 digits at a time? Can I subtract 2 digits at a time? Can I subtract 2 digits at a time? So addition of two numbers, you are all familiar. What is 24 plus 25? 24 plus 25.
49.
49.
33 plus 22. 55. Okay, so two digits you are able to add. So 12 plus 17,
29.
27.
29. With little effort you can do it. It is not that you can't do it. Koncham effort ante. Okay, so like that, subtraction of two digits from 100 if I have to remove. If I have to remove from 100, 100 minus 53.
47.
47.
Okay, I have to give little time to online students also. Na? Okay, so 100 minus 63.
36.
37.
Sorry, 37.
100 minus 54.
46.
46.
47.
With little practice, you will get it. 100 minus 35.
65.
65.
So most of you have little 65 or 75 or 65 or 75. Just get the technique. If you get the technique, you will get it right. Okay, 100 minus 18.
83.
83, yeah.
82, sir.
2.
82.
82.
82.
82,
100
sir.
minus 13.
87.
87.
23. 100 minus 39. Yeah, you are now.
61.
61, sir. 61.
When compared to first few questions, you are reacting. Okay, reaction time is reduced. Your reaction time is now getting reduced. 100 minus 44.
66.
56.
Thinking, yes, all of you are able to think and give it right. Okay, not only thinking and giving it right also. 100 minus 26.
74.
74. 74.
So I'm only telling you, okay, because you are trained to handle only one digit at a time at lower classes, you are still sticking to the same old habit of handling one digit at a time. So with advancement of your studies, now that you are all into degrees, so you can also try handling two digits at a time, both addition, subtraction also. And that is very much possible with little practice. Denikayana koncham practice కావాలి. For little, okay, when you get into little practice, you can handle two digits at a time. Okay, consciously you can work how to handle two digits at a time, and sometimes it is fun also. Sometimes it is fun also. Okay. Online students, you can only listen because I want to just ask the students to, okay, so just throw a number and others should tell, okay, 100 minus how much is that? Anybody can tell a number, okay, any number up to 99. Anybody can tell a number up to 99. 67, 100 minus 67, how much?
33.
Give another number. 78.
22.
32 or 22?
22.
Okay, so don't make that error. Okay, so that error will be there. Once you know you are making an error there, so you will automatically rectify yourself. So sometimes, okay, so you can have little fun, okay, generating numbers like this and asking somebody to, okay, quickly subtract 100 minus. Okay, so let's remove everything and then go to the next question now. So quickly subtract and tell me the answer. So simplify and tell me the answer. Simplify and tell me the answer.
30, sir.
Sir, 7,200 by 24.
No, it is quite long. It will not be that big number. Calci, no calci. So because some companies might allow, some companies may not allow. Okay, why I'm telling no calcis? Okay, so some companies are liberal. Okay, so let students use calci, but still, Okay, they are only focusing how to, okay, are they are able to get it or not. Ha. Okay, so what is the answer for this question?
300.
Yeah, 300 is the right answer. So first I am doing this 240 and okay, because multiplied. So this is how much? This is 300
300, sir.
divided by how much? 17 into 15 minus 15. Okay. So what if one student, so what is that I have to do? Is it minus first or multiplication first?
Multiplication first, sir.
Multiplication first. Good that you people are getting it right. Okay, 15 square is 225. I need to add 2 more times 15, that is 30. 255 minus, okay, 115, that is 240. So how much I'm getting here? 240. So that means I can cancel and finally say 300 is the answer. 300 is the answer. Hope everybody is able to get. Okay, what if I have done, okay, first 15 here. So this is going to be 15 minus 15 is 0. 17 into 0 is what? 17 into 0 is 0. That means my numerator is 240 into 300 divided by 0. What is my answer?
Infinite.
Infinite.
Others? 0 na infinity? Yeah.
Infinite.
Whenever you
Zero.
Zero.
this is infinity.
Infinity, sir.
Okay, so when I try to divide this, what is the answer? When I try to
is 0.
0.
so please get that difference. 0 by 2 is 0, you should say, and 2 by 0 you should say infinite. Okay, so let's take the next question now. So quickly tell me the answer for this. How many pieces of 0.85 meters can be cut from a rod 42.5 meters long? So you have a bigger in length, you want to cut that into pieces. So any pieces vasthayi?
50, sir.
Kitna pieces aayega?
50 pieces, sir.
Division, sir.
So you should know, okay? So here, say for example, okay, I'm just taking an example, okay, I'll make you understand. I have 8 meters rod, I want to cut everything into 2 meters. So how many pieces I'll get? 8 meters rod, now cut into 2 meters each, I'm going to get 4 meters.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so what is here? 42.5 divided by 0.85. This is only to refresh your knowledge how to handle decimal places. So can I write like this? 42.5 can be written as 425 by 10. Yes or no? No. 42.5 is nothing but 425 by 10. So 0.85 is there in the denominator. If I have to remove the decimals, I will write 80 and numerator is going to be 2 zeros because it is 2 decimals here. So what is that I can do? 0, 0 will get cancelled. So 85 will go exactly 5 times. 85 will go 5 times. 5 5s are 25, 2, 5 it's 40, 42. So that means 5 into 10. How many pieces I'm getting? I'm getting 50 pieces. So this is only to refresh your knowledge how to handle decimal places. If somebody had forgot how to handle decimal places, okay, this question will revise how to handle decimal places. Right? Okay, so let's remove everything and go forward. So let me see who gets this answer. Okay, right. So all of you try and tell me what is the answer for this question.
10. 10, sir.
We didn't hear you. Just come again.
10. 10, sir.
50.
10.
1 5.
1 0.
Perfect. Very nice. Others, please try. So some of you are able to get the answer, some of you are not getting. So please try. So when is your next class? 4 o'clock unda class, 4:30, yeah? So no, next class is not scheduled? 7 p.m. 7 p.m. ekkada Satyam Mala? A minus B is equal to 3 and A square plus B square is equal to 29. Find the value of AB. So, okay, so no need to find individual values. Can you get AB value directly? Alternately, you can always find A, always find B, and then multiply AB. But okay, so you should remember this concept which you have learned in your school days. So what is this I can do? Can I square both the sides? Without f, okay, so what if I square it is A square? Help me. Next is what should I
A
write?
square
Plus B
minus
square
2ab.
minus 4AB square minus
Ah,
2AB.
so minus 2AB is equal to 9.
9.
I am told already A square plus B square. Okay, so this is already given to me. That value is 29. Minus 2AB is equal to 9. So 2AB, if I bring this side, there will be no minus sign. 9 coming this side will be 20. 29 minus 9. So what is my AB? My AB is 10. Logical, okay? So sometimes you have to think and answer. You have to think and answer. So questions of this type generally given so that, okay, they are only want to check the ability of the student, whether he or she is able to think. Right? Okay, okay. So when you have two equations, okay, so this is one way, okay, you are thinking, did anybody work out, okay, separately like A is this much and B is this much?
No.
Yes, sir. If I
Able to find out? Okay, so what is the logic? Okay, so I'm just giving you logic because he had asked a question. Let me conceptually explain whether it is possible or not. So if I say that, okay, 5x, say 5x is equal to 20. What is the value of x? What is the value of x here? So
4.
equation, one variable. When I have one equation and have one variable, I can always solve and get the value. When I have one equation, one variable. I will just extend this by saying 5x plus 10 is equal to 50. Can I get the x value now? Still possible, okay, because one equation, one variable. Okay, if I have two variables, like x plus y is equal to 50, okay, so can I have unique values for x and y in this case? Unique values. I can have multiple values of x and y, which will give me 50. If I have to have unique values, then I need one more equation, okay, which will help me to get unique values now. That means two variables, two equations will help me to get unique values. నా దగ్గర రెండు వేరియబుల్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు రెండు ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఉంటే డెఫినెట్లీ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు సాల్వ్ ఇట్ అండ్ గెట్ ద వాల్యూస్. What is concept here? When I have two variables, I should have minimum two equations to solve and get the values. Okay, so here also very much possible, you can try. Okay, if you are not able to get, I will. Two equations undi, two variables unnappudu, you get, okay, the values. Okay, so this leads me to another question. Okay, so out of the way, I will go and ask. So let me see you guys can answer it or not. Okay. I'm writing one question like 31x plus 30y plus 29z is equal to 366, asked by a software company. This question is asked by a software company. Many companies started asking the same question now. Okay, 31x plus 30y plus 29z 366. What is the value? What is the value? If anybody knows the answer, please don't reveal the answer. What is the value of x plus y plus z? And your choices are A is 9, B is 10, C is 11, D is 12. This question is asked in placement exam. And many companies started asking this question now. Think about it and tell me the answer. So this has nothing to do with the something on the screen. Okay, this has nothing to do with this one. So don't get confused. So I have given a question separately just because it's a trigger. 31x plus 30y plus 29z is equal to 366. What is the value of x plus y plus z? You have choices 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't guess the answer. You have to prove it how it is. Online students, you can also try and tell me the answer. Online students, don't search in Google. Huh? So anybody got the answer? Anybody got the answer? Please tell me. So first of all, you have to tell me whether this is a mathematical. So whether this is a mathematical question or not. So is this a mathematical question? Sir, you have variables, you have equation. How can you say it is not maths? Is it a mathematical question first? How many variables are there? 3 variables. How many equations you have? Only one equation. So will you be able to ever get solutions, unique solutions for x, y, z with one equation? You need to have minimum how many equations to solve? If it is maths, how many minimum number of equations? You need 3 equations to solve this question. That is more than 3 is fine. But minimum 3 equation if it is maths. So, but you are not given 3 equations to solve x, y, z. You are given only one equation to solve. So that means this is not maths. So what is involved here? Logics. Reasoning question. If I change this equation and help you with another equation, 31x plus 30y plus 28z. See the change here. 29z is 28z Now I am writing 365. Something is triggering your mind now? So this
Days in a
is
calendar.
this is a leap year and this is an ordinary year. So there is some trigger in your mind. 366 is number of days in a leap year and 365 days are number of days in an ordinary year. And then 31 days, 30 days and 28 days ordinary. 29 days leap year, 30, 31. So what are X, Y, Z here? X, Y, Z are denoting what? They are denoting months and months in one calendar year. This is one calendar year. Ordinary year or leap year, one calendar year. How many months in one calendar year? One company started asking this question and every company is now okay. So these questions, even if you do once, you will remember lifetime. This has a lifetime warranty. So anytime you will answer this question now. Looking at the question, you can answer it now. So no need to think too much also.
12, sir.
Good. Okay. So 365 is number of days in an ordinary year. 366 is number of days in a leap year. And okay, so this is talking about one calendar year. Here XYZ denote months. 31, 30, 29, 28, they denote days. Okay. So any of you have any questions so far? Please ask. So we are eighth question now. Please remember me. So tomorrow same time we have to resume from ninth question onwards. Anybody has any questions? Please ask.
No, sir.
No,
Great.
sir.
Okay,
No,
thank
sir.
you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So so we'll stop here. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, tomorrow we are also going to solve this type of question or something else.